up? It's Gladiator again. And yes, I know it's been a while since I updated my last video. Well, it's because this is not really a profit-making oriented channel, so I don't really put my videos on YouTube as frequent as other YouTubers. Anyways, today I'm going to talk about the Spiral Studio Ultimate Master Line Battle in Boston series King Ghidorah Statue Deluxe Edition. Yes, it's so big you cannot put it into one but two boxes. So today the flow of this video is going to be starting with introduction of outside box and then inner box, and follow up with unwrapping all the boxes and take out all the pieces one by one and assemble it step by step, because it's kind of important for you to know what you should put on first and what second. You know, if you do it wrongly, you might find it difficult to put things together without breaking it. And then I'm gonna talk about the notes for people who already ordered this or who wants to order this from secondhand market, and all the good side and bad side about this product. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty complete introduction. All right, let's get it started.
All right, so let's start with the delivery boxes. As you can see in the picture, both small and big box have the same information. The only difference is on the upper right hand side, you can see the one is box A, and the other is box B. The rest are the same. So aside from the name I just mentioned, there's the item, serial number, the quantity, one piece, designed and developed in Thailand, made in China, and this serial number is 14 out of 300 pieces. Okay, now so let's take a look at the other side of the boxes. We can see number 14 written on both of them as well, and also the serial numbers. But here we have the new information including gross weight, net weight, and dimension. And because this is made in China, so everything is measured in kilograms or centimeters. So for you to have a better understanding, the smaller box, the dimension is 28 by 28 by 13 inches. And the net weight is around 42 pounds. And for the big one, the dimension is 40 by 35 by 18 inches. And the gross weight is about 65 pounds. So in combined, it's about 110 pounds. And after removing the delivery boxes, you can see the paintings on them. And again, both small and big box has the same paintings. So starting with the first one, the Ghidorah image, and the second picture, as you can see, there's a deluxe edition sticker on both of them. Also another Ghidorah painting, and this one is focusing on the heads. And here, this is like a symbol of Ghidorah is coming from the outer space, not from this planet. And the last one is the gravity beam effect. And next you will see this after opening the inner box, both for a small and a big one. The styrofoam here, and also the two stripes that protect the contents. So after removing the first layer of styrofoam, you can see the diorama and also other small parts. In this picture, you can see those two red circles that stand for the spot where you put Ghidorah's legs in. And here, the reticle on the upper right is a small cover of the light switch, which I'm going to show you later. And the reticle on the upper left is a white paper box that contains the power supply of the light effect. And here you can see the diorama of Fenway Stadium in Boston. And as you can see, there's the symbol of monarch in the center. And this picture is taken from the backside of the diorama. As you can see, in the center, there's the switch and the jack of the light effect. And on the right side, the little piece is the cover for it. And on the left side is the power supply. And on another side of the diorama, you can see the connecting spot for the dusty cloud thingy, which is caused by the explosion. And now let's move on to the bigger box. As you can see, there's also styrofoam and two stripes. But what's different about this one is that it has three little extra goodies. So let's take a look at each of them one by one. So first we have King Ghidorah exclusive art print, and this is Monarch photo and super species profile. So here you can see all the details that we humans know about King Ghidorah, and this is the back side of it. And the last one, we have the certificate of authenticity. So this one is basically the proof that you have the real King Ghidorah from Spiral Studio instead of having a bootleg. Because I've seen quite a few sellers on online shopping website selling bootlegs. So be careful, just make sure you put this piece of paper somewhere safe. So this is what you will see after removing the first layer of the styrofoam. You can see one of the wings and all three heads, as well as one of the tails and the explosive cloudy dusty thingy on the upper right. And one extra thing to mention, as you can see there's the red circle on the left. That's the little claw that belongs to this wing, and we have to put it on later on. I'll explain to you why. It's designed like this for a reason. And this is what you will see after removing the second layer. The other wing, the second tail, and the main body part. First, let's start with the main body part. And before we do this, there's one thing you should know, that all the connecting parts of the statue are magnetic. So don't worry too much about the weight. The magnetic force will help you. In this picture, you can see those two red circles. Those are the spots where you put the main body part inside the diorama. And on the lower right circle, you can see the jack there. So please be careful while you put this in. So this is what it should look like after you put the main body part on the diorama. And let's move to the next. I would recommend you to plug in the light effect power supply first before you put on the tails, because the tails will be in your way if you put them on first before putting the power supply. So after plugging in, let's put on those two tails, which shouldn't be difficult. Next, let's put all three heads on. And before we do it, please be careful that all three heads have the same jacks as the left foot. Alright, all three heads done. And then we put the right wing on first. And now we put on the left wing. And please do not put the little claw on the wing yet, because you might scratch the diorama with it. After putting the left wing on, now it's time to put the little claw on it. The last step is the dusty cloud. Please be careful while you connect those two wires together. And after you do that, please make sure to put the white head inside the small circle. This guarantees you the diorama and the dusty cloud connects perfectly.
Now, may I present this to you, Monster Zero, the one whose many, the false king, and its most unforgettable name goes by King Ghidorah. In addition, allow me to demonstrate its most powerful weapon, the gravity beam. Alright guys, so here are the notes for people who already ordered this, or for those who want to get this from the second-hand market, because last time I checked, it's already sold out on an official website. Okay, so first thing, please make sure your place, your apartment, your house, whatever, is big enough for this thing, because the width is over 54 inches. 54 inches wide, yes. And also the weight. The weight in combination of the diorama and also with the statue itself is about 65 pounds. Yes, 65, pretty heavy. So make sure you put it on something steady enough for this. Alright, that's the first thing. Secondly, when you do this assembly, because the majority of the parts are made with polystone, so it's pretty fragile. And not to mention the parts with the jacks at the end of the parts, and also the plugs, you know, those are extremely fragile. Please do it with caution when you do the assembly, okay?
And now let's talk about all the reasons why I like this statue, and there are 5 of them. To start with, this is the first gigantic Ghidorah statue available for the past 2 years. But from what I've learned, there's at least one more company which is going to release another gigantic Ghidorah as well soon. Secondly, because Spiral Studio owns the 3D data of King Ghidorah, so this statue is pretty movie accurate. Not until now did I realize that the middle neck has 2 rows of spikes. And then it's the freed head swap. Because during the manufacture period, some customers already complained about the teeth on the right head is not sharp enough. So Spiral Studio decided to replace all the right head with sharper teeth. And the fourth thing I like about the statue is that unlike the standard edition, which you can see the extra rod on the left knee to provide the extra support, the deluxe one doesn't have anything on the left knee. And number 5, which I think is a little bit cherry on top, if you take a look at Kevin's head, it's looking at completely different direction than those 2 heads. You know, those 2 heads are about to attack someone or something, and Kevin just being Kevin. And now I would like to share a few things I've noticed that might be helpful for Spiral Studio to improve. First of all is the waiting time. Maybe it's the pandemic, but it took me almost 1.5 years to get my statue. And there are still a lot of people waiting for theirs. As you can see in this picture, you know, people complaining online a lot. And then it's about the explosion cloud connecting knot. I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, don't you think it's better to have another jack there and with a socket to make it look safer? And this is something I find difficult to do during the assembly. It's kind of hard for me to put the white head inside that little hole without breaking the wires. You know, you have to be really delicate. And now it's about the painting job. So when I turn the lights on, I can still see a few spots where the lights come out and it's not covered by the paint. And moving on to scale. Yeah, so these are the spots where I find the broken ones. And then there's the gravity beam effect. Take a look at this movie clip and compare it to the statue. My point is, if your goal is to make it movie accurate, why don't you make the gravity beam effect the same as the one in the movie? And last but not least, there's no frozen Ghidorah as promised when I ordered this. And when they decided to take it away, the price still remained the same. There's no compensation. Alright guys, so these are all the comments I have about this statue, and please let me know if you have any other thoughts. And once again, thanks for watching and looking forward to seeing you next time.